All right.
Yeah, there's 10 people.
There's 10 people. Yeah. So I guess that, when there's that delay. So
Can you hear us?
Yes. One, can you hear us? And two, does it sound better than last week?
Sorry.
I'll move over so you can scoosh over.
Hi, Irma.
So let's
hope. You have a heart. Maybe that means that they can hear us.
Yeah, let's hope that it's better than last week, because last week was yay. So it is better than last week. Okay, good. All right. Well, we think we've got it figured out. Technology. Way better. Okay, thanks, Catherine. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, that kind of stuff comes up, and then it sort of it throws you for a bit of a loop, and then you're
it panic.
Yeah, because you're because we're running. We've got 3 computers and earbuds, and then we've got 2
lights everywhere,
and stuff. And my old brain doesn't really think like it used to. So
I just forgot to mute my computer. That's all it was.
Yeah, but we didn't know. So we did a test drive on Monday. Yeah. So hey, Deb, and Jeanette. Oh, you can hear me all the way from where? Quito? Where's that? I've never heard of that.
Where is that?
Yeah, where is that? Is it in South America? I never heard that. So
Flora, I like
and
that.
Flora and Pauline. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. So I hope you guys are having a good week. It has been non-stop raining here. Literally raining constantly. It's terrible.
My brother and I were putting together a play set for my parents. It's for the grandkids at their house, and Friday we were putting it together Saturday, Sunday, and Friday it was beautiful blue skies. Saturday, Sunday, torrential downpours. Monday, blue sky, and it was we were like drowned rats, and it was so wet and so cold, and we didn't even finish it.
Oh no!
It takes at least 15 hours for 2 people to put it together. Because it's got the twirly slide in the house, and
the kids will love it. Hopefully, they better after all that work.
They're already so excited. Grace was running in and out. There's a little door. It's really cute.
Oh, fun!
I'll get a picture when it's done, and we'll pop it up.
Yeah. It's been crazy. I have to drive Rob into work a couple days a week now because he still can't drive. And so yesterday while we were out, it was pouring rain, and then it was snowing, and then it was sunny. It was
bipolar.
Yeah, it's very bipolar. It's crazy right now. Usually we have really nice weather. So
Quito's in Ecuador.
In Ecuador. Well, thank you for joining us all the way from Ecuador.
Had anyone from Ecuador.
I don't think so.
Have you watched us before?
Yeah. I saw Roseanne on there. Hey, Roseanne, how you doing? Roseanne's been around forever. So, all right. Chris in Ohio. It's nice to see all people
from Ohio, just because I like the name Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio. Go to Dayton. One of the girls that I watch, an influencer, she's from Dayton, Ohio. So that's all I know about Ohio.
Snowing in Great Falls, Montana. I love Montana.
Yeah.
I want to live there.
Oh my gosh. Everybody's having crazy weather right now. So anyway, all right. So we are getting geared up for this weekend. We've got, and you know what? I will do this 100% of the time. If you don't know who I am, just some babbling old lady. I'm Kelly from Kelly's Bead Boutique, and this is
your trusty sidekick, Savvy Pants.
Yeah, this is Savvy Pants, Savannah. I never introduced myself, and I'm always assuming that everybody knows who I am. I would think you would if you would come here, but sometimes people don't. And so for, about almost 20 years now, I've been creating jewelry, and I have had a brick and mortar store for a long time, and I just closed it down last year, and we're just completely online now. So we do lots of tutorials and show a new product and do giveaways and all kinds of things. So, and we're kind of cuckoo.
A little bit of chaos, a lot of love.
Yeah. Savannah's been spamming me with TikToks today because I'm not having a good technology day. I had to deal with my provider for my website, and that was making me want to slam my head through a wall because I pay a fortune for it and you get zero support. And after that, I was kind of cranky. So she was sending me all these ridiculous TikTok things that were making me laugh. Yeah. So, some days it's just like that. And so we're...
Wait, I say house and out funny? Sorry,
We don't say
maybe we do to them.
Well,
out.
Well, it's like people say I say milk instead of milk.
I don't know. Milk.
Yeah, but I say milk.
Well, that's
It
weird.
sounds like an A more.
I'm so sorry I interrupted you. I thought I talked relatively normal.
Well, it's funny how accents can just like the regional in Canada too. We sound very different on the West Coast than people do on the East Coast. You'll get people out like really east in Newfoundland, and it sounds like they're from Scotland or something. They sound like they're from a completely different country. And then we have Quebec, and they're all French people generally. And so, we have people from all over in Canada that sound very different. You get into the prairies, they can sound a little different, but out west here, we have a very different sound than out east, and we use different
dialect.
And what do they call them? Is it colloquialisms? I can never say that. It's a hard way to say. Yeah. That's not easy to say, right? So regional things, that people say in different areas.
We do say a lot.
We do
that is
say
a Canada-wide thing.
Yeah, and we say yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I do that all the
Yeah.
time. And sorry.
Yeah.
I say sorry to the wall when I bump into it.
Yeah, we do say sorry.
Yeah.
Like, so when people laugh about that and say, "Oh, Canadians are very polite,"
it's
true.
Too polite.
Yeah,
too polite,
we apologize to everybody.
Unless we get angry. We get angry like we hit a wall and then we're not nice.
Yeah, and then fingers are provided, and so I love reading some of the comments as they're flying by here. But
me too. And then I interrupt you rudely.
That's okay. Anyway, so we're all getting geared up, as I'm sure you are, getting excited for this weekend where we've got the great bead extravaganza. What was that? The Bead Extravaganza, which will be on YouTube and on our Facebook page. So if you don't know anything about it, if you want to pop that up there. We are doing, it's a thing that there's I don't know how many companies there are now, but like 12, 13, 14 companies. And we all, does that one have to show in there?
I'm trying, guys.
Like, that's not a very good look. I don't know. That's good enough.
Like,
that's better.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So there's a whole pile of us that have gotten together, and we create this really fun weekend that's totally free for you. You just have to go to Facebook on the Great Bead Extravaganza and sign up and become a sort of a member so you can watch. And everybody usually has kits. Like, I'm doing my Harmony bracelet, and I think I have about 28 or 29 left. I can't show that now because I'm not, well, we'll show it after. Anyway. There's always lots of, fun with,
lots of giveaways.
Like giveaways, tons of giveaways. There's giveaways that each company does. There's giveaways that we all send in as a mass thing. So you can take that off now.
And you might get a coupon code.
Maybe.
Join.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of things. So it's a really fun weekend. It's really great for your creativity, because even if you're not a jewelry maker, you can glean off of certain things. Like there's Christy Friesen, who does polymer clay, which is really cool. And we've got a guest presenter this time, Lisa Niven Kelly from Beaducation. So she will she's got 25 years plus experience. So, there's all kinds of really interesting people with very diverse backgrounds. We've got published authors and all kinds of people that have banded all together, and we've created this wonderful thing. And I feel very humbled to have been invited to do that. So make sure you join us. Now I can show it. So I'll be doing my Harmony bracelet. And like I said, I think I only have about 28, maybe.
I think you might have less than that now.
Now less than that?
I think you're closer to 20.
Oh, okay. I don't know. So, but once those are gone, they're gone. I can't make any more. And it's a really fun kit. And I will show you how to make that. So what else do we have? So we are going to show you a bunch of new product today. I've still got at least 2 more shows worth of Tucson stuff. Like, it's taking us forever to get the Tucson, all the things I bought to get it all processed. There's been a lot going on, like, with my husband. I haven't had a lot of time.
Yeah, and you're saving the one thing that I want until last.
Maybe it's on purpose because you keep bugging me. Rude.
It's the only thing, Tess, and I really want.
Yeah, well, then it'll be gone before my
We just
customers.
want
One each? Oh, okay. All right.
You could give that as a gift.
Or not.
Joking.
Anyway, so I've got some some stuff today, and then we've got more for another 1 or 2 shows, and then we'll be done with all the Tucson stuff. Finally, I bought it in February, and we're still just rolling it out because I don't want to keep you guys here for 2 hours. So anyway, so one of the things that I'm going to be showing you today is all the Ghana glass that I bought now, and I'll be doing a project at the end using the Ghana glass. And I bought some really different stuff this time, some different styles that I've never bought. Now, literally, I could buy all the Ghana glass. I love it. It's really, really cool. There's some really unique videos on how it's made, but basically Ghana glass is where they take all old like pop bottles and glass that they find and they pulverize it. And then it is poured into, they put something with it and it's poured into, like they cast it in like little, they're not rubber, but they're like little molds. And then they poke holes in. And so they're all handmade and they're very organic. Like they don't have like that perfect round to it. Like they all look different. And that's what I love about them is that they're very organic and they look handmade because they are. So yes, that is the same work as Softflex is doing that with me this weekend. I just see a question there. So now one of the changes that we're making with the Ghana glass is that we get them in big long strands, and we realized years ago that a big long strand was too much for people. So we started having them just having like a half strand, but that's still a lot of beads. There was still like 80 beads or 40 beads or whatever it was. It was still too much. And so we were sitting around last week about to process the new stuff. And I said to the girls, you know what? I think we need to change the Ghana glass so that more people can enjoy it. So all of the new Ghana glass has been broken down where we've taken the strands and we've split them into essentially 4. So now not every strand is the same. So I can have 2 on my site that'll say 8 to 10 millimeter, and some will have 12 in a bag and some might have 13 in a bag. Every strand is made differently. So we just kind of had to make executive decisions as we were pulling these apart. But now you'll be able to buy them in smaller bags. So they're like $2.99 for a bag of 13 for some styles. So
I think the most is $5.99 for some styles.
Yeah, and I think
we'll
that's for the one that I'm going to use the project in, because some of them are a little bit more expensive than others. But so now you'll be able to have just a few beads, like a dozen or so beads, which you can like make into a bracelet or use in a necklace or earrings or whatever project. But now you don't have to buy such a big amount. So before, they used to be part of our 50% off promotion, so they won't be moving forward. So anything that you see on our on our site that is still a strand is in the 50% off promotional thing. It automatically will go in there. But as we start pulling them off, we've actually created another section that just says Ghana glass singles or something like that. I think they're singles, but you're not getting singles. You're actually getting a whole bag of them with like 12 or 13. We just wanted to make it a little bit more affordable so that everybody can enjoy it, because right now I know that people are struggling a bit financially, and we want to be able to share the love of beads at a more affordable price. So we're doing our very, very best to try and make it easier for you guys. So I hope you like this change moving forward instead of having to buy a whole strand. So you can buy a whole strand just by buying 4 bags. That will get you a whole strand, and you'll pay the same price as you would have if you got it 50% off. So, I didn't do any kind of weird pricing to try and make more money on it. I just literally,
made it affordable.
Made it affordable. So, all right. So there you go. So I'm going to start. I think is that everything? And also sometimes like when we are working on the Ghana glass, when we're putting them in bags, your hands get really, really dirty because they're made in Africa. So, and then they're shipped over. So they're not always the cleanest of beads. So what you can actually do is just take a little bit of soapy water and a toothbrush or something like that. And you can actually scrub the beads if you want a little bit, like a light. I'm not talking like a scrub. Just give them like a little wash. You can kind of dunk them in a bit and then rinse them off really well and then let them dry. So that will take off that little, like there's a fine particulate of dust on there. I never do because I don't care, because I figure it's all going to come off, as you're working with it or whatever. But if you do find that you're getting some like a little bit of dirt on your hands, you can kind of wash the beads off a bit. I mean, I wouldn't put them in your dishwasher or anything, but just give them a light little thing. So Yeah, head over to our website and you can see that there. I think we should do our giveaway now. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. So in honor of our Ghana glass, we're going to do a giveaway. I don't know what I'm going to give you. So just type in the word Ghana. It doesn't have to be, it's not case sensitive. So just type it GHANA. Nothing else in there. Don't type Ghana glass or Yay Ghana or anything. Just Ghana. And you will be entered in for a draw. And I got quite a few, and then we've got quite a few on the website that we have to start splitting, but that's a next week project. We're always
There's only so much time in a day.
yeah, and like I can have 4 girls and myself working, and then we're still not getting stuff done. And that's
Tessa's leaving us for a month.
Yes, Tessa is going away to Europe. I hope she doesn't mind us saying that, but yeah, she's going away to Europe and she's traveling all over the place. Like she's going,
have a great time.
yeah, she's going for a full month and we're going to miss her. So she's going to be having the time of her life. She's quite young, so it's the best time to go, I think, when you're on.
I regret not traveling.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Europe twice now. I want to go again, but I don't think my body could handle it right now. I need a sip of my Diet Pepsi.
I really want to go to Thailand.
I would love to go to Thailand, but I don't think it would like my tummy. Yeah, I got a tummy problem, right?
Cam and I want to go.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I would love to go back to the Czech Republic. That's on my list. I really love to travel, but I have a husband who hates traveling, so there
really,
you go.
I want to just go anywhere that's warm.
Yeah, we want to get out of here.
Mexico, Hawaii.
All right, how many people we got?
69. Let's
all right,
get to 73, guys.
Yeah, 73. Why 73?
Because I like the number 37.
Oh, and it's just backwards?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if we're going to get there.
Well, it says we have 103 people watching, but not everybody types it in. So we're at 70. We'll just wait a couple more and then we'll I see a few more popping up there. So we'll get to 73. Yeah, 2 more.
Oh,
and
there we go. We're there.
All right. So we're going to draw and see who wins today.
Here we go.
It's always fun to send something. So yeah, Melanie, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? I'd love to go to Stockholm. Deidre, well, there you go. You've won the gift today. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to send you. And I think you've ordered before, but just in case you haven't, can you, congratulations, by the way. And could you please send me your mailing address to our customer service at kellysbeadboutique.com. Make sure you're spelling Kelly with the IE.
Yeah.
So thanks for playing along today. I like this part of it.
Me
it's
too.
always my fun thing. So, all right. So we're going to switch the cameras down or camera. And so let me move that there. And then we'll put this over here and I'll get one of the items. We're going to try our little stool thing because it's been better. You guys have been able to see things a little better. So, okay. And we've had some people ask if we can put down the code of what we're showing so that you know what it is we're showing. Does that make sense?
That's a great idea.
So would you pull up my website?
Yeah.
Please. And so that I know the sizes of these because each one is, so it'll mean you'll have to punch it in.
That's okay.
But that way I can kind of tell, but just in case, that will help. Okay, so they're 8 to 10. So this is a really lovely, now I'm going to have to move that. So hopefully you can see that. Oh, now it's stuck because it's got stickies on it. Okay,
Sorry.
Well, we know that's not going to work then.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll show you this and then I'll put this over here. So this is one of my favorite Ghana glass. This is an 8 to 10 millimeter. So now when I say it's 8 to 10 millimeter, it means that some of them are going to be smaller than others. So they're mostly around 10 millimeter, but like that one's a little bit smaller. It's because they're all handmade, right? But this one's this beautiful color. It is a multicolor and it's got like topaz and green and white in it. And this was the one that always sells out the fastest because it's really a beautiful color combination. And the nice thing with Ghana glass is they have large holes. So that's about a 2 millimeter hole in there.
This one is 15 beads per bag.
Yeah, 15 per bag. So it's DDG 315 and it's 325. So do you guys like this, having that up there now so that you can see? So if you like it, you can make note or you can throw it in your cart while we're live. And yes, yeah, Melanie, they have about at least a 1.5, but most of them have a 2 millimeter hole in them. So, easy to screenshot for later. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, good. Well, we just know we can't do it with the sticky because that definitely sticks in there. So, okay, the next one we have is DDG 314. And you're going to have to open them or something. I have to take my glasses off and on to do this. Sorry. I don't know if that's showing up very well. So these are a gorgeous 10 to 12 millimeter dark purple. So if you're a purple lover, it doesn't show up so well in the, with that background, but you can see they're a really, really dark, rich purple. And these are on the larger side. So these are about 10 to 12 millimeter.
Almost like an eggplant. Yeah,
they're really nice. So that's, let's see if we can get that on there. DDG 314. And I don't know how many are in this one here. This is 12 beads. So, I mean, what you see in there is what you will get in your little bag if you were to order them. But the nice thing about the Ghana glass is because it is glass, it's quite translucent, so you can see through them. It's not like it's an opaque bead that you can't see through. So, alrighty. So DDG 314. Boy, my sidekick's really going to work hard today.
Okay.
And this one is a smaller version of it. This is DDG 313. And these are the 8 to 10 millimeter dark purple. So in this one, you get 14 beads. So same kind of color. It does show up differently when I have that pink in there. So I'm going to have to do it a little differently, I think. So you can see that there, I think. And then there's the code, DDG 313 for the smaller dark purple. I'm trying to find the best way to do this. There's some at the end that you're going to love that I got in that are just, oh my gosh, even Savannah said, oh, you're going to have to use those today. I'm like, yeah, because they're really nice. This is DDG 312, and these are a dark olive, 10 to 12 millimeter, and there are 10 in a bag. And sometimes they're just, you get less because of the color, I guess. I'm not sure because, I don't know how they make them over there, why they have some that are a little less in the strands. But this is a really rich, dark olive color. Very, very pretty. So that's kind of my jam. I don't know if that's showing up very well. Yeah, maybe it does show up better on the thing here, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's DDG 312. Well, you're working hard.
Yep. A lot of moving parts here.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be loud. So if you guys hear the
that's all right.
sound, what's the code for that one?
This one is DDG 311. And this is what did I call this one? Just a plum, an 8 to 10 millimeter plum.
And 14.
And 14 for a bag. So just a nice soft sort of amethyst kind of color. I don't know why I called them plum. They look a bit more amethyst to me. I'm quickly throwing these things on the website, trying to come up with names. And those are $325. So much more affordable than having to buy them the other way.
Yeah.
And then you don't need so many. So that's like perfect for a little bracelet project or whatever you want to do. So DDG 311. And the next one is DDG 309. And this is a gray. These are or a black. They look kind of like a gray to me, but they are considered black. So these are 8 to 10 millimeter, and they're 15 in a bag. So I really like that color. Nice to mix in that sort of tone, and it kind of goes with everything. So,
what kind of beads are we talking about right now?
Oh, these are all Ghana glass. So these are made over in Africa, in Ghana, by the Ghana people, and they're all handmade beads. Is this the next one?
Yeah.
So they take glass bottles that they've recycled and they crush them all up and they create these absolutely stunningly beautiful beads. Look at those ones. That's DDG 310, and those are a 10 to 12 millimeter multi color. And these ones have got a lot of teal and green and topaz in them.
And 12 in a bag.
And 12 in a bag. Look how pretty they are. So, You like those ones? Yeah, those ones are really pretty. This one was
Yeah.
DDG 310. Okay. Yeah, this one is my personal favorite. I'm not sure if it's, yeah, it does show up fairly well. This is DDG 308. So this one is a white with purple on it. So where like a pinky purple. So you can kind of see like there's just little, it's like little, what would you say? Like there's not dots, but like just
like
little
flecks, not bigger than a fleck though.
Yeah, it's like little, there's like a multicolor. So they're just really unique. I love that. Really different. So that one is DDG 308. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's hard to get the pictures, so it is, that's why we're doing the lives. It does help to see the beads a little bit sort of, you can't really touch them, but I can kind of move them around and you can get a little better visual than what you do see on the pictures. Although Tessa does her best to try to take really good pictures, but it's hard sometimes to translate things. So we have DDG 307. And this is another multi-tone. And I think this one is a gray Ghana. So it's a gray and white. So it's not a fully gray one. And this is, what size was this one?
10 to 12.
10 to 12 millimeter. And there's 13 beads per bag. So that's DDG 307. We used to sell a ton of Ghana glass in the store. People really like it. It mixes well, really, really well with wood or other semi-precious. And if you go on to, if you're a Pinterest kind of gal or guy, and you go on to Pinterest, you'll see a ton of jewelry that's made up with Ghana glass. So what is Catherine saying here? Years ago, I supported a young Ghana girl so she could attend school in the next village. I was sent lots of these beads in wonderful colors. Oh, what a fabulous thing, Catherine. And you've collected beads from all over the place too, haven't you? You've got all kinds of things. This is a beautiful color, DDG 306, and this is a teal. And these are 10 to 12, or aqua, and they're 10 to 12 millimeter, and there are 12 in a bag. So DDG 306, super pretty color. That's the one I bought the most of. I think we have like 78 bags or something, because that's the color that always sells out. And I never can keep it in stock. And this one is DDG 305. So it's the same color, just in the smaller 8 to 10. And this one looks a little bit lighter in color, but it's super pretty.
And there's 15 in a bag.
15 in a bag on that. And that's DDG 305. So I've always loved the Ghana glass. And what's that other one that I used to carry in the store? I think the thing I miss most about being young is my brain working. Is this one here? Yeah. I can't remember what they were called. DDG 304. And I think I called these ones, what did I call them? Just a soft pink. So these are a 10 to 12 millimeter. And there are 13 beads in a bag. And these are a really nice, soft, sort of, not quite a peachy pink, but a really beautiful soft pink. Love them. Oh wow, Catherine, isn't that awesome? And you were able to help her a little bit with that, which is really nice. So these are the ones that Savannah's getting all
I'm
excited
like doing my
about.
dance now.
So you're gonna have to pop these up, because I can't remember. I don't want to call them the wrong name.
What is the code?
So DDG 300. So these are a new. These are a kente bead. So they're. I actually looked up how they're made. They're like, so can you go into the description, because I wrote it down in there. Don't worry about it. Just go in the description for me, please. Because it's just very, if you go into the actual. So I didn't write it in there. I thought I did. So they're like a powder bead or something like. Oh yeah, it does say that. So they're like, they've done it some different way than the other Ghana glass, and it's called a powder bead, a kente powder bead. And so it's got this, beautiful color, and then the banding in the middle. And this is the, I think I called it white. And this is $5.99. And how many are in these?
14.
14. So these come with the large hole also. So look, they are going to look fabulous in leather projects. And this is what I'm going to use in our project today. So this is DDG 300. They're a little bit more, but you can sort of see why they're quite a spectacular bead. So do you guys like these? I think these were really, really unique. So Yeah. Oh, do they? Okay, that's good. I'm glad. How many of you guys are watching me on TV right now? That's unusual. I always watch lives on my phone. I never think about watching them on the
Yeah.
TV. But
I
guess
never ever do anything on the TV except watch TV.
really,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I watch people that have recorded their like a YouTube, but I don't watch lives on there. I never even thought of that. So you're watching on the phone, Shirley? Well, hopefully the colors are coming up good for you. So this is DDG 301, and I think I called this one teal. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that was what I called teal. But that's a really lovely, dark, rich color. Love that one. So, oh yeah, I guess you can see the a little bit more detail when you got a great huge screen, right? That would help. So that's DDG 301. And then I have them in a nice blue. This is a really pretty sort of robin's egg blue. And this is DDG 302. And that's a really pretty color. So I think I only got like 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors in these the Kente Krobo beads, but I wanted to see if you guys liked them. I think they had a couple other colors, but if they sell well, I can get hold of my guy. I got a guy, and he's the sweetest man. He's so lovely, and he's from Ghana, and he would be more than happy to sell me more, I'm sure. This one is DDG 303, and this is a beautiful sort of grass green. So pretty.
Desi beads? Is that what you were talking about?
Z-I? No. It was something else that I used to buy that were handmade, but the brain cells are not working any longer. So, on the big screen. Okay. Yeah, those other, they kind of like Z beads, I guess. Okay, so these we've had around. You're gonna have to pull these up because I have no idea what these are called. So we've had these before, but we never sold them because they literally came in about, I don't know, 100 to a strand, and it was crazy. So this was what got me thinking that we needed to change things up. These are
not on your website.
ABD 1 yeah, they are.
Oh, ABD, jeez.
Because I put them on there. So these are an African fused rondelle. So these are they look kind of like a Cheerio. So they're I'm off screen there. I can't get on screen. So they're kind of like a little Cheerio. So they have the large hole too, but they have the beautiful colorings, and they're like the coloring is on the sides too. So you're not just going to see it on the top. It's on the sides too. So this is the orange one. So it's got orange and black and yellow. And this is ABD 149, and you get 6 beads now for $2.99 instead of having to pay a fortune for a whole big strand that nobody ever wanted, a whole big strand. So this is kind of nice. You can just kind of pop it into your jewelry for a little bit of fun and color. So I think that's a much better way of showing these. And then this one is also similar tones. This is ABD 152, and this is the orange, black, and green. And there's 2 of them that look almost identical, but they are a little different, and you'll see what I mean when I get that one up there. But so this one is ABD 152, and it's $2.99. So yeah, they do kind of look like a life preserver. That's cute, and a Fruit Loop, and and summer. There you go, all the fun things. Okay, and then this one, we haven't done this one. ABD 151. So this is a pretty green and white, and it's got some yellow and black in there. Pretty fun, springy kind of colors. So
it says that they're a 2mm hole.
Yeah, they're about a 2mm because I've got some 2mm leather here with me today. So let's just see, will that fit on there? Yep, no problem. So it's perfect for leather jewelry. One of our customers, Faye, she uses these beads a lot. She really likes that sort of, ethnic kind of jewelry style. And these are great for that. Or if you just want to pop a color, something fresh and different, it's not everybody that's going to have this. So that one is ABD 151. And then this is very similar to another one, but they are slightly different. They're a little bit more on the black side. So this is ABD 150. So they do look similar to one of the other ones that I had out there, but it's orange and green, but it does have black and yellow. And I think it's got some red in there. Is that red? Yeah, a little bit of red streaking in there too. So those are some of the new, well, they're not new, they're older, but new price point and much more affordable. And then these are, I think these are called Ashante beads, and these are super popular. But again, these were great big, so ABD 147. These were great big, huge, long strands, and people just didn't want to buy big, long strands. So I think by selling them in the little lots will be much better. So this is the Rosy Peach, and this is a 10 millimeter. It looks again like a Cheerio or, you know, a Fruit Loop or whatever you want to say. And these are all handmade. So every single bead is going to look a little different. And they have the large hole, and you're going to get 10 in a bag for $2.99. So the price point is much better. So really lovely, soft, sort of peachy, rosy kind of color. It's more on the rose color, I would say, a rose tone. And then this one is, what color did I say? This one was gray.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gray.
So they're called like Ashante saucer beads. So, and you can see some of them, like that one's fairly thin. And then this one is quite thick. So they're all very different looking. So, you know, you kind of just have to be creative and use them in whatever way you would want. But I think that they're kind of cool, eh? Only on that one of those beads in there, Debbie, like they're meant to be like both sided, like you can use either side. So it was just one that was sort of sitting on top there, had a bit of a flat spot on it. And that's because they're handmade. So there, no two beads are going to be the same, which I kind of like.
Mm-hmm. Very organic.
Yeah. And then we have ABD 145, and these are a nice deep dark sort of plum. I like that one. It's like a, what was that color that they used to have in the 80s, like the rose? Oh, I don't know. Good Lord. Can anybody sell me a brain? Like I really need a new brain. I hate that mine doesn't work anymore. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning, so it's really not working today. I could not sleep last night. All right, and here's another one, ABD 144, and this is the, what color did I call this one? Tangerine. That one is so pretty. Look at the color on that. It's just lovely.
It is not a punch you in the face one.
No, we were talking about that after, was it the last video?
Yeah, or 2 ago or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we had a punch in the face. Oh, you don't use your brain, Melanie? Well, I don't know if I've used mine too much because it doesn't seem to function anymore. Mauve, yeah, that, well, we say mauve here.
Mauve.
Yes, dusty mauve. But you guys say mauve in the US, right? Like we say foyer and you say foyer.
We also say a different word for a bathroom, or you say restroom.
What do you guys say? We call it bathroom here.
Yeah.
And I know that sometimes when we've traveled in the States, they look at us like we're crazy when we say bathroom. Do you say washroom or restroom and not bathroom? Dusty Rose, Catherine. Yes, that's what I was looking. See, you're my age. You understand. We say, oh, you say it like that. So you say bathroom? Well, maybe is it that you don't, which one don't you use in the United States? Is it restroom?
It might be restroom.
Or washroom. Which one don't you guys use? I know there's one that in
potty. I use that too with my kid.
I know there's one in the United States that is not used that we use, and I never know.
Bathroom up north, restroom down south.
Is what we say. We say bathroom up here, and you say restroom down south.
Or is it northern?
We don't use loo or washroom. Oh, maybe it's washroom that we use.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that because we use washroom a lot.
All the time.
Most of people use bathroom here, but we do use washroom.
I use washroom all the time.
And because if you go into a building here, it'll say washroom most often, I think, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't say bathroom
or restroom.
Sometimes restroom, but yeah, it's funny how things are very regional. Yeah. I actually kind of like that. Okay, next one, DDG 318. So I got these. I called them globes because I thought they looked like little disco ball globes. They're not little by any means. So these are, what size are these suckers?
Sorry, it's coming up.
These are
19 millimeters.
19 millimeters. So they're a big, juicy size. I don't think I can get the 2 millimeter in there. Maybe if I cut that on an angle, but you could definitely get 1.5 millimeters. leather if you wanted to use this as a focal bead. So these are just a beautifully faceted Chinese crystal, and this is just the black color one that I got. So just, something different that I found, and I just love the size of it. I'm always looking for big focal beads because, you could definitely like hang something from the bottom and then run a strand of beads or chain or something like that up there, and you just need like a little focal of some sort. So there's that. Oh,
Debbie, we say we drink pop, not soda.
Yes, we drink pop here.
And Coke is just a flavor.
Right? Yeah, we're down.
Yeah.
I know in the US, often you guys will say that everything is a Coke,
Yeah.
right? We're here.
That's just the flavor.
It's just a
Coke.
flavor of a drink here. So yeah. And you definitely know if somebody is either from, there are some areas in the United States where they call it pop. Is it more of a back east thing?
Pop in Michigan.
Yeah, in Michigan. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it's funny how things are. Like here,
you never hear soda.
No, or soft drink.
Yeah,
but
sometimes soft drink, but never soda. If someone says soda, they're not from here.
Yeah. And this is another one that is like what did I call this one? DDG 319, and I gave it a kind of a unique name. What did I call it? Oh, just a rainbow. Wow, I was
so unique.
I know. I was really
make that up yourself.
I know. Like I was like really thinking outside the box. But I love this color because it's all different colors. So you get like the purples and the yellows and the pinks and the golds and the blues and the greens. So that is DDG 319, and they are $1. So all of these things that I'm showing you today are going to be on the Tucson page, the What's New Tucson. So there you go. Okay. Soda is that yucky fizzy stuff. Oh. All right. Next we have a very crumpled up DDGs.
Did I do that?
Yes. Okay. So these, can you pull that up? Because I know that these are called something different that I actually had to look up. Scallop. So this is called a scalloped abalone pendant. So they've taken like little pieces of abalone and kind of made them into that sort of mosaic. And this is a pendant that comes with a bail that goes through the hole. And so you could take that off and just wire that on if you want. Abalone is extremely expensive, and it's getting harder and harder to find. And I think we only have, like, how many of these did we have? 8. We only have 8 in stock. Some of these things that I'm about to show you are very, very limited. So if you like them, I would grab them sooner than later because they will not last. But you can see this side is just as beautiful, and abalone is absolutely stunning.
And the size is approximately 22 millimeters by 32, but they will vary.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
These ones are mostly the same. These ones have pretty much a consistent size to them on the abalone. You want me to do this one?
Sure.
Now on this one, they will vary in size. So this is DDG 316, and these are spectacular. I know I saw somebody else showing these too. So these are a crystal point. So it's a crystal quartz point, and they have soldered antique copper on here with a soldered ring. I think is that ring soldered? No, the ring is open, but it's a nice heavy duty piece. You could take that ring off if that wasn't your jam, but they're nice on both sides, and they're very organic. So like, it's not all perfect or anything. Now these are going to vary in size. I think if you can see the picture, you can see that they're different sizes, but they vary from approximately 9 millimeters up to maybe 45 millimeters. So you'll kind of get what you get with these. And we only have 15 of these in stock. So they will probably sell fairly quick because these are absolutely gorgeous. Like, I don't know, they look kind of, medieval or just kind of really unique. Do you guys like those? I actually took every one she had, and I'm got to try and find more if you like them. So I learned bathroom was in a home and restroom was in a public place.
Oh. That makes sense though, because you bathe at home.
Yeah.
You hope you don't bathe in public.
Well, in Vancouver, who knows?
Yeah.
Can we do this one next?
Sure.
Because the other ones, I got to explain something about it. All right. So this next one is DDG 317. And these are just a fun little faceted pendant. And they're on the smaller side. These are $6.99, and they are about 10 millimeters by 31 millimeters, and I only have 15 of these.
Mhm.
And the hole here is about 2 millimeters, but I don't know if you could get 2 millimeter leather in there. You know, you might be able to, but it's just a nice little fun pendant. You could, you know, like if you had a leather piece, just, you know, hang that from a piece of leather, and there you go. You got a necklace, just easy like that. So I just thought these were really nice, and it's just a faceted glass, but I thought it was a really pretty, all black, and then it's got sort of the gunmetal on the side. So I really love those. Okay, so now this one, if you pop on the website, you'll see what I'm going to try to explain to you. So the code on this is DDG321, and they're $17.99. So these are druzy agates that have the antique copper metals that have been soldered around the sides. So you can see how it's like that's the back of it. But if you wanted that to be the front, it could be too. And they've put a jump ring, and then they've got another jump ring on the top. Now we have, how many different ones do we have? Well, they go up to letter P, so however many that is. If you go onto the website, you will see that these are lettered from A through P. So you will actually get to pick the one that you want, but I only have one of each one. So if you try to, you know, get a B and it says it's out of stock, that's because somebody already snagged it before you. But we couldn't think of how we could do it so that you could actually choose your own pendant. Because if you go on the website, you will see how different each one of these look from the next one.
This one we're showing here is letter G.
Yeah. So yeah, they all just look a little different. So that's how we've done it. And there's only one of each one. So once these are gone, they're gone. But these are really, really beautiful. I think those are so nice. So make sure that gets back in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've done the same for this one. So this is DDG 320, and this is gorgeous. And I think I only have 6 of these.
Yeah.
And these are $17.99. And this has a great big huge bail on it, and they're the druzy agate. So you can see there's both sides. This is the front. So this one goes A through F. So you just choose the one that you want. This one is D that we have on here. If you're looking for, you know, oh, I really love that one. That is D. And this is DDG 320. So just something a little different. I found these and I just thought, you know, you guys might like something a little different.
That's it.
So is that it for the goodies today?
Up.
Okay. Just gonna get
that was
rid
a
of...
lot of work for me.
I'm sorry.
No, it was good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's always hard to not make noise.
So what do you guys think? Do you like the idea that we of making the bags of Ghana glass smaller? Do you think that that's going to be something that's more appealing to you? Get my glasses out of the way so that you can, you know, everybody can afford to buy them instead of having to buy full strands. Do you think that'll be something that will help you guys out? All right. So today I'm going to be using some of these new, what are they called again? They're a Crobo bead, but I can't remember which kind. Kente bead. Yeah, I'm so bad with names. So I don't know. I've never made what I'm about to make, so I'm just making it up on the fly. You like the paper slips with the code and price? Yeah, we had somebody suggest that to us. I don't know, last video or the one before, because it is hard when I'm like blasting through all of these codes and colors and all that stuff. And so like somebody said, you could screenshot it, or at least you can go, oh, I really like that one, and I want to, you know, look into getting it. So I think it was Nancy. So Nancy, if you're watching, thank you very much for the suggestion. So I'm just going to whip up something here. So I'm just pulling out all the parts. Now, Savannah has written down all the parts, and she will list those in our Facebook, on our Facebook page a little later after this is done, but because I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to use as far as jump rings. So I think the camera might be a little far away, but hopefully I'll just hold it up. Okay, I need a short slip of my Pepsi so you can say something.
Hi.
Well, that was really profound.
I was reading a comment. I didn't really hear you until the last second. And I had to process what you...
Gosh,
Insane.
I hire only the best people.
My face is so red right now.
As I'm chugging
Oh
down
my
my
gosh.
Diet Pepsi, it's like dead air.
I was sorry, guys.
That's okay. That's pretty funny. All right, so I have about 20 inches of 2mm leather because that's how much I took off. And I have some of those new Crobo Kente beads. Of course, I have a barrel knot tube, so I should be wearing my barrel knot crown. I might put it on after for you. I have one of these little hooks. This is a Tierra cast. What is that called? A classic clasp hook. Yeah.
Very inspiring.
Should Savannah write a book or something? It can be
The Tales of Savannah.
Huh?
Hi.
Oh goodness. We also
I'm
have
glad you love us, Melody. Hard to love ourselves some days.
yeah. Today's one of those days. This is a Monstera charm. I have a 2mm crimp bead. And for tools, I'm just going to be using a pair of bent chain nose pliers, and some sort of cutters. So like I said, I don't know what I'm doing because I haven't done this before, but I'm going to, try and create something and let's hope it all works. So what does that say? It's nice to be able to buy smaller quantities, especially. Okay, perfect. Well, that's good then. I'm glad that that was maybe a good idea. It was a lot of work for us to do. But what?
People are ripping into me right now.
Are they?
Must have stayed up late last night thinking of that one. Yep.
Keep them coming because she likes to zing me all the time.
I do. I enjoy making fun of people.
Like you are sassy pants. No wonder your daughter's like that.
She really is a little miniature me.
She is. And she wonders why she's like, why is my kid like that? I'm like, no idea. No idea whatsoever. And my son's the same way too. They're all a bunch of sassies in that house.
We call ourselves sassholes. Sorry, guys.
Oh, goodness. Well, you kind of are. All right. So what I'm going to do is make a barrel knot. So I'm going to make a little bit of a loop on the end. So I've just turned it back by about, an inch or and a half or 2 inches or whatever. And I'm going to take my tube and I'm going to place it in between and I'm going to come towards me and I'm going to wrap 3 times. And I can adjust the size of this once I get this created. So I'll just pull that through. And then I got to pull that up a little bit. Now I need to make that smaller. So I know I am wasting a little bit there, but I needed to make that smaller. And then I probably, if I was making this at home, if you guys are making this, you might want to have a bit of glue. I put my glue away thinking I would not need it, but I definitely would need it. So what I would do is make sure that's really tight and then come in with a pair of cutters or scissors, trim that off. And then I would take some glue and pop some glue right here in this area and let that set up because you want to have that no chance of that coming apart because this is actually part of your this is your clasp here. Okay, so make sure you do glue that. And if you are worried about it holding, you could even put a little bit of glue right in that little area there. So use something like Loctite or GS Hypo. You can use any kind of glue really on leather and it all works fine. So I am going to now just take one of our new Ghana glass beads. So this is going to be a really simple bracelet. Like I said, I've never made this one. I just was like, what can I make with some of the new beads? Now I'm going to make another barrel knot right here. It does get a little hard to have the tube next to the bead. So you kind of have to, work around it. And I probably didn't cut enough leather by the looks of it. I'm like, oh goodness, this is going to be a little tough to work with, but we'll go with it today. I just, Wednesdays are about inspiration and not necessarily the technique.
You can give it to Grace.
Yeah, Grace wants to work here. So Grace has to come and sit with Papa on Saturday because my son's probably going to be working because he works out of town. So he is going to be entertaining her for a little bit. And he's like, how long is she going to be here? And I said, a couple hours. He's looking at me like, oh God, what am I going to do for a couple hours with a kid?
We'll bring a board game.
Yeah. So you can see I'm just doing a succession of barrel knots. And I think I'm just going to do 3 beads I have a few different ones out here, but this is just like a fun little way to show you what you can do with them. And
that would even be a really cute keychain.
It would. Yeah. I would glue the heck out of it if I,
yeah.
I can see my hands are like looking pretty ratty here. If I was using it as a keychain, I would glue like crazy up there. But
with the white ones.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There's a project for you.
Yeah.
So, oh, thanks, Sandra. Well, I'm hoping that we can brighten your day a little bit. You know, that's sort of what we like to do on Wednesdays here, is just be ridiculous. And
it comes easy.
Yeah, we don't have to work too hard at it.
What can I do to a kid? Read them.
What's that?
Grace does love reading, actually. Maybe we'll bring some books.
Yeah. Okay, so I can see that I probably, if I was making this again, I would probably cut a little more leather. So I was just trying to kind of come up with something to see, but can I have your wrist? Do you want to stick it under the thing here? So yeah, I mean, this will probably work for Savannah or most sizes, but if you were making this at home, I would probably cut more like 24 inches, or 22 inches, because this was just 20 inches. But what I'm going to do is just trim off a little bit here. So it's made a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to take one of our 2mm crimps and pop that on the end. And this is a pretty juicy 2mm. So sometimes it doesn't fit on there. Now, I have been having some problems with the crimps failing, especially on the 3mm ones. So I thought this would be a good time to show you. The 3mm ones have a lot more surface that can go wrong. The 2mm ones, I've never had one fail before. But if you look at these, they have a middle part on there that doesn't have any dots on them. And that's what you're going to be crimping. Now, the one thing, I actually talked to the manufacturer yesterday because I was pretty stressed out because we've been having a few fail. And he said he's unaware of any problems, but he will definitely look at it. But what I found is when you're using these crimps, do not crimp it more than twice, if you, especially on the 3mm ones, because it just doesn't like it. It's got too much surface that can break, and they're a little on the thinner side. So take your pliers and go once on one side and give it a good hard crimp, turn it over and go once on the other side, and then just leave it. Whatever way it looks, just leave it. Because if you start monkeying back and forth, you'll break it. I've actually got a video coming out showing that. Mine actually broke too. So when we have little things like that happen, we can kind of use them as a bit of a teaching moment. Oh, and I forgot, I was going to make another barrel knot and hang that right there. And I forgot. So I wouldn't have had enough leather to make a bracelet, but this is what I was
like it without.
Without?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I hung it on there now, it's going to slide around. But if you had a little bit more leather, what I would do is just sandwich that in between two knots and use a jump ring on there. So, you know, there's a plan gone wrong, but whatever. So now I'm just going to take one of my small 18 gauge 4mm jump rings and open that up by going opposite. And then we're just going to use one of these little easy clasps. They're like a little, what is this thing called?
A hook.
It's a hook. Yeah.
So Kelly, with the crimp ends, can you put glue inside?
You can. Yeah. It's just on the 3mm. Yeah. You know what? Like the 3mm might be better to kind of glue it. I don't know. It just all of a sudden, like I've been buying them from this company for years and never ever had a problem. And he was like, oh, I've never seen anything go wrong with it. But it was just, you know, he said it could be just like a bad batch. So now that ended up turning out way too big, but there's just like a little simple idea of something that you could do. So you would just have your, you know, beads on the top as your focal, and then just leather on the side with a really simple little clasp.
Could put a charm right there too.
It would flip around, like, so if you hang it off there, it's going to flip right into that. So I wouldn't do that. I would have maybe, you know, tucked it in somewhere. I would probably put it right there with another little barrel knot. So there you go. Those are larger beads. So, I mean, they kind of speak for themselves. I think that looks fine. Just like
I
that.
like
just
it. I think it's really cute.
Yeah.
I would
All
wear
right.
that.
So if you want to flip us back up. Okay. So I guess
that could work for a man.
Yes, that's why one of the things I was thinking of when I was making it, because I'm always getting asked for jewelry for men, and it's really not my forte. I should be wearing my crown because I am the barrel knot queen. No, see, I can't get it on. There we go. I have my crown on. Do I look regal?
A little bit.
I just look old and tired and fat. Oh, hey, Nancy, I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? I was talking about you because I said thank you for telling us to put up the little pieces of paper with the codes of what I was using, and that's what we did. So moving forward, we're going to try and do that. So yeah, there's the crown that is now tarnished, and no, it's beautiful. Oh, you want to wear it? That's because you got a ponytail. Oh, that looks good. All right, so that's what we have going on today. So make sure you sign. Goodness, brain cells are gone. So make sure you show up on the weekend. So on Friday we have we at 5 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. So whatever time zone you're in, I'm not going to do the math. We do our preview where all of the presenters get together and we each show you what we're making and if we have any giveaways and coupons and all that kind of stuff. So that's on the Friday night. And then on the weekend, we all have our times. Mine is 4 o'clock Saturday, April 21st at 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So again, you get to do the math wherever you live. And I will be live. Savannah will be here to help man all the crazy behind the scenes stuff here.
Yeah, I won't be on the camera.
Yeah. And so I'm going to be making my Harmony bracelet. So if you don't have yours, make sure you grab it because they will be gone for sure after the show. So I still do have some of those left.
Not many.
And yeah, not many. But there you go. So thank you for spending your time with us today. We appreciate it as always. And I look forward to seeing, I hope, all of you on the weekend.
I'll bring my wisdom next week too.
Yeah. Instead of her, what? Hi. All right. So go off and make some fabulous jewelry today. And we will see you on the weekend at the Great Bead Extravaganza. And then back here next Wednesday for sure. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.